Did Bob make you go to John and Mary Ellen's last night?
I was shocked. She served blue corn tortillas. It's so dated.
So depressed. I don't know what to do.
Hey, go for it, man.
It's easy for you to say you got the promotion.
Look, it'll come, all right? Just don't worry about it.
The feeling is definitely there. It's a new morning in America. Fresh, vital. The old cynicism is gone. We have faith in our leaders. We're optimistic as to what becomes of it all. It really boils down to our ability to accept. We don't need pessimism. There are no limits.
It figures it would be something like this.
Our nation, our ideal of vision.
Excuse me.
Just survive.
You know, you look like your head fell on the cheese dip back in 1957. You're okay. This one, real fucking ugly. You see, I take these glasses off, she looks like a regular person, doesn't she, huh? Put them back on, formaldehyde face. That's what we got.
That's enough out of you. You get out or I call the cops.
Call the cops? You know what you need? You need a Brazilian plastic surgeon.
I've got one that can see.
He's a tall Caucasian male that doesn't appear armed, wearing sunglasses.
I don't like this one bit. Not one bit.
Me neither, Roddy. But this is an oldie but a goodie. Let's go. Hello, everybody. I'm Lorenzo. This is my comic son, Marcus, also known as Circumstances. For those of y'all who don't know, if you don't know, you better ask somebody. And we are doing this thing that we do every week, which is the Wednesday New Comic Book Day live stream, and it's brought to you by the Alternative City Show. Not that one.
I not only love reading indie comics, but I've self-published several indie comics of my own. You can find them on my Alternative City shop, which has a link below this video. There, you'll find, along with my comics, t-shirts, stickers, and mystery boxes, you'll find pins and magnets that are called CBOs, or comic book originals, which are buttons, magnets, and pocket mirrors that I make from superhero comic books. These are one-of-a-kind items made from images cut directly from comic books, not photocopies, so each one is unique.
There it is.
There it is.
Finally found it. Found it. What's going on, Marcus?
Another beautiful Wednesday, another day of news of late books. I assume you had late books as well.
You betcha. I've got to the point now I get like last week's this week, so that's what I look forward to. And it's like, well, you know, it is what it is.
I'm assuming we can blame Diamond for this. It'll be nice when we get through.
Well,
whatever the outcome will be, it'll be nice when we get to it and we stop having delayed books every week. I'm assuming that's why. Do you know if that's why?
Well, I actually don't know why, but I know it's not my fault. So I definitely
Blame yourself.
can't blame myself. But it's definitely Diamond is on my list of things to blame. So absolutely.
I mean, it seems like the easy answer.
Mhm.
I saw they were trying to get millions of dollars from people that owed them money, you know, as they declare bankruptcy.
That sucks.
Seems like a hot mess over there.
Oh man, that sucks. To be owed millions or to owe millions sucks.
I mean, I'd rather be owed, right? But I guess you're right. Either way, it sucks.
If they ain't got it, all they're gonna do is say, we ain't got it. Bankruptcy. It sucks to be you.
We've got the lovely Miss Janet Wright in the house tonight, so I do think we're going to be everything's going to be fine. We've got Phil's Treehouse in the house. What up, Phil? We appreciate you coming through as always. One of the regulars. We got John Stout, aka Fatty Boom Batty. The PNW is well represented here tonight.
Oh, absolutely.
Don't mess with them because they're ready for you. Space Case Collectibles is here. What up, Space Case? We appreciate you as always. My flavored whiskey brother 80s guy is here. He hit me with a super chat. That was really nice of you, man. I appreciated that. That was cool. We got a comic book worm, aka Naman, in the house as well.
Hey, Naman, how you, man?
Check out my interview June last year. Naman released it on his YouTube page. So if you'd like to see him interviewing me at Heroes Con last year, you can go. And then if you like the interview, ask him for the Snyder Cut because he did not release most of the interview. He kept it to himself. But I want to see the rest of it. So ask for the Snyder Cut. But thanks for coming through, Naman. Good to see you, my man. Who else we got? Hooked on Juno is here. So the great Northwest is represented, right? What would you? If you guys are the PNW, what is Alaska? It's just Alaska. Is that
Alaska
what it is?
Is just the final frontier. It's like
just the final frontier.
That's right. You can
These
see right from your house.
How much of that can you do? These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise.
Oh man, now you lose
it's
me right
there. Continuing mission to seek out.
Finish to boldly go where no man has gone. And I think
I used to be able to do the whole thing, but that was after I watched every single Star Trek Next Generation episode all in a row, every single one.
Wow!
And so I had it memorized for sure. After that,
man,
I think I lost it. Dang, Nauman said DC fired my Snyder Cut. Dang it. We got Larry Love in the house, also known as
Larry Love, that smooth DJ on the Quiet Storm. How you doing, my brother?
Thanks for coming through, as always. So what's going on with you? Any news in the PNW? Any cons in your near future that you're going to?
Allegedly.
Any baseball? Any softball, I guess I should say?
Oh, well, haven't heard from my coach yet. Hope I didn't get cut from the team.
Uh-oh.
I don't know if they actually started yet. I don't know if they do spring.
I doubt it. Yeah. I don't know though.
We just had the first nice day in ever today, and everybody was in the streets. Everybody
was really nice.
In the streets. Oh, well, you were too? It was nice.
We had a nice day too, yeah. Alaska, where men are men and sheep are scared. Wow.
That's the problem. Men being men. Oh yeah. I just totally. We were talking about that blackout that happened. It kind of. I hate to use excuses, but it kind of set me back with show prep and all that stuff. I didn't have a chance to do a lot of research and stuff for what's good. But you got some stuff that y'all should stick around for. And I didn't. I just kind of threw me off my rhythm, and like, damn, the lights being out the whole night and everything. Like, I'm sitting in the dark and shit. What am I going to do? I'm sitting here reading books by candlelight, that kind of stuff. But other than that, and our cat excitement and the windstorms that goes along with the cause of the blackout. That was the reason for the blackout. The cat excitement is that we have our boo-boo kitty living in our mudroom now, in our laundry room / mudroom. And we're trying to ease her out into the house. You just can't rush cats and stuff like that. It can turn out really bad if you make a cat do something they don't want to do, and they can let you know how they feel about it. It won't be pretty. So she's almost ready to. She's been venturing out into the house. The first night she was out venturing into the house, I think, was the blackout night. So she loved that. It was like quiet. You can hear a pin drop. You can hear a pin drop, and you hear her just jumping around. Like, what's that? It's just her. She's looking for things. She's jumping in the windows. She's hopping on things and meowing and stuff. So a couple more nights of that, I think she'll move out of the mud room and into the house, and we can get our laundry room back and not go to the laundry room for go to the laundromat to wash our clothes anymore. So cat does its stuff on its own time for sure. For shizzle, they do work, Phil, but it's hard to read them. I got this like headset. Like flashlight thing, came in so handy. I was walking around the house with that and like a minor 49er, And so I was able to read books and by that light until I finally got sleepy. So I did get a couple of good reads in, with that going on. But just the psychology, like you don't know how long they're going to be out. Because sometimes I've heard horror stories about them being out for like a week, or something like that. So, oh no, we can't have that. That just will not do. We have a generator, but I hate to mess around with it. It's like living in talk about the wilderness. Where men are men. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And yeah, she is on her patrol too. Yes.
That's where it's at, is the generator. I've been feeling like I need to get me one.
If you have for prone to blackouts, you probably don't have those high trees like we do here in Kansas. I'm thinking you got more like the maybe like the 10, 15 foot tall trees and that kind of thing.
Only sometimes snowstorms can knock it out, and sometimes lightning storms can also do it as well sometimes.
Oh, Jenny enjoying the show from a tree stump. Oh, God bless. Thanks for popping in, Jenny. Appreciate you.
What up, Jenny?
Yeah. I mean, generators are probably good to have, and you can swing them. Ours is powered by propane, rather than and propane products, rather than gasoline.
Gasoline.
Yeah, I don't like keeping gasoline around. Propane. If somebody were to like drop the tank, I guess, or shoot the tank, it would like cause quite an explosion. But they're not it doesn't have flammable fumes as much as gasoline does. So.
Do you know how long a tank would last? A regular one tank would last in terms of power?
We've never had to change the one that we got a spare behind that one. It was like about, was it 20 gallons or something like that? 10 gallons, 20 gallons? We never had to change that one yet. We've only had to use it for like an hour or so at a time, just to get the refrigerator going and get the lights on for a little while and that kind of a thing. Luckily, we haven't had any blackouts longer than 24 hours yet. So, I don't know exactly how long they last, but hopefully pretty long, longer than we need them to. Hopefully. Back in Chicago, we about probably 30 minutes. Yeah, no shit. 30 minutes. 30 minutes. We thought this is so inconvenient. My God, what's wrong with this power company? We just you got spoiled living in the city, man. You haven't lived until you're out in the boondocks where there's no law and there's no light.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that actually. How not fun that sounds.
Yeah,
I'm like, dang, I need to get a shotgun too.
Yeah. Yo, you have to be armed when you're out in these part of the woods.
Yeah.
There's no pacifism out here. You gotta have a couple of smoke poles ready at your disposal.
Smoke poles.
You know it. That's my sainted grandpa used to say. Are there monsters? Oh,
Phil, there's monsters everywhere. See my hat.
As Erica Slaughter would say, there are monsters everywhere. Have you not been paying attention, my friend? Of course, there are monsters. We live amongst them. They walk amongst us. They're everywhere. Some of them are not even, supernatural. Just human beings. But that's another story. All right. What's going on with you, man?
Nada. I made a video. I made a comic book video. That's exciting. I'm considering an FOC and chill shirt. What do you think about that? I haven't thought of an idea though. I got to come up with a funny idea.
Well, that's your creation, so yeah, absolutely, you should come up with a shirt.
Well, I might need an artist for this. Is what I'm trying to say here.
Oh, what could it possibly be on there other than those glorious words, FOC and chill?
I don't know.
Faith on there or something.
I don't know. I've been thinking about it. Have you been thinking about any more shirts? Any different shirts?
I've been thinking about a whole lot of them. Have I been making any of them? No. I got like a little notepad with, this should be a shirt. That should be a shirt. One of those things on the list. I got to get to this place that's called, what's it called? Supercolor. Supercolor makes the what do they call those things? The transfers. They make transfers. So you don't have to like do silk screening, which is a pain in the ass. So I can just send these things to Supercolor and get them done there. But I gotta get my ass to gear to make a Supercolor order to get some stuff.
What up to Swords Forward, who says you're gonna want to be in the country when the nukes drop.
Yeah, when the pedal hits the metal. I guess.
And then Phil says, "Yes, I want to savor the nuclear winter." It's like, do you want to suffer through the fallout, or do you want to just go in a quick blast? That's an interesting question, right?
Personally, I would rather go on the blast because I don't want to hang around and have my skin falling off and people, zombies running around, trying to eat you and stuff like that. So yeah, just and death is not an option. I guess I have to pick, the blast rather than the fallout. But there's always a possibility you might survive. So you gotta hold out hope for that. Wow, how sad is that, huh?
What a terrible thought.
terrible thought.
All right, let's talk about something nice. Jeez.
I know,
Thanks
right?
a lot, Swords Forge. We're talking about nuclear fallout and zombies.
You're welcome.
Shout out to the homie Perry Gaming.
I know what you're talking about.
AKA Perry Comics, AKA Comic Lore. Check him out on the YouTubes.
Hey,
He's
Perry.
a bit of a YouTube connoisseur, if you will.
He is. He's a man. He's a, I don't know what you would call, entrepreneur, a connoisseur.
He's a hustler. HUSTLE, a hustler.
HUSTLE. That is what you mean to me. Hustle. I'm just doing
cheer. Agent. What's your favorite cheer?
Oh, I don't remember. California Oranges, Texas Cactus. We play your team just for practice. I don't know.
That's a good one. I like that. Mine is the classic B aggressive, BE aggressive, AG. Wait, Jake, I got messed it up thinking I can't remember it now.
It was long.
Oh, yes,
long time ago.
BEAGGRESSIVE. There we go. I got it back.
Wow, at high school or college?
Oh, I don't remember. I was never a cheerleader, Lorenzo.
Oh, but you saw them. I know you saw them, but you weren't paying attention to what they were.
You're damn right. I was on them.
Yes, we know that.
That one theory, and this is an interesting question since we're on the subject and we have time to kill.
Yeah.
Of course, Marcus likes cheer. Chill out, Perry. Chill out. So I went to 2 high schools, and my first high school was in Belleville, Illinois, which is outside St. Louis. And at this school, the cool kids were cheerleaders. The cool girls, the pretty girls, like the movie theaters, right? The cool kids, the pretty girls, they were cheerleaders.
And they wore their dresses all the time, like even on the days when they won games and stuff like that.
Yeah. And they were the more popular girls. Whereas when I went to my second high school in Kansas, outside of Wichita, there was not like the cool girls were not cheerleaders. I mean, I shouldn't say that. Some of them were cool, but for the most part, the cool girls were not cheerleaders. They may play sports, but they weren't cheerleaders like that. It wasn't the cool thing to do. They played sports or they just didn't do anything.
Oh.
But I just thought, I wonder why that is. And you'd think in small town America, it would be more true. But when you were in high school, were the cool girls cheerleaders or not?
When I was in high school, for sure. Yeah, because I was a dweeb back in the day, still am. And, I guess the idea of even approaching a cheerleader, for a date or something.
No, he just came in my pants.
The idea of even approaching a cheerleader was just like, who are you to? Because, it's like the cliche, a lot of the athletes were dating those girls, so they were kind of like a higher echelon, That's not
the cool girls at Marcus's second school were welders.
That's right.
Hell of a school.
Or maybe they were like, the more cerebral girls who were just like, Mensa students or something like that, I know. I know.
Well, see, and that's something that Janet, that I'm going to really hope I can stress to my kids is that whatever high school ends up being, it is just a very small part of your life. Very, very small.
Stress that, because most of those people who were cool in high school are not so cool now. And that's no joke.
Yeah.
For real.
That's the other lesson. Be really, really nice to the overachieving nerds. Befriend them, be nice to them, defend them. Because they're probably the billionaires down the road.
You bet. You ever see this show Freaks and Geeks?
I've heard of it, but no, I never actually. It was
Oh,
on network, right?
yeah, it was. God, it was on. Was it network? I didn't see it until I saw it on Hulu, like in reruns. James Franco was in it. There's a lot of.
Yeah, I remember it. It was like Fox, I think, but maybe not.
It might have been. There was some good stuff on. I think it may have been Fox. Yeah, Fox had some good stuff. You know, that was fictional stuff. You know,
I couldn't help but be. Perry says, I couldn't help but be cool in high school. Who believes that?
Nothing else from you, Perry. Oh my God.
Who believes that, chat? I don't believe that.
Look at you now.
We got 90 in the house. What up, 90?
Here we go. Sing that song.
Oh, I don't have it in me tonight.
Where's your spirit? Have you given up?
I mean, that's a lot of times to singing that dang song for him.
Was in my high school overalls. Were they gardening, painting, or stomping the yard? Whatever they did, I was and still am smitten for girls in overalls. It's just a thing, huh?
I like it, Juno. Yeah. I like it. I'm with it.
Yeah,
I was so cool. I was ice cold.
Be cool.
How cool? It said, Janet said 90. Is that a password? So, Janet, that is this Creed song. I think it's One Last Breath, where they say, hold me now. I am 6 feet from the edge. Yada, yada, yada.
Oh, man.
You know, people get that tattooed. The hashtag, what he put there, they get it tattooed on them.
Wow.
For that song.
Wow.
That song apparently is back on the charts because it's so popular again.
Huh. Creed, I can barely pick out a couple of Creed songs, but I am familiar with the band from the MTV era.
Dynamite is here.
Dynamite! What's happening?
Crash my own. Well, a house party, still a party.
Damn right. Damn right.
D'Artagnan Biggs
small
in the house.
Hey, D'Artagnan, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. Yeah, reliving our high school glory days here. You know, some of us.
Well, you know, I was cool in high school. I'm just going to be honest with you.
Gosh,
I worked very hard. I was much cooler at my second high school than I was in my first high school. I will say that.
Where were you now?
My first high school was my class. It was like, you know, a class of 500, so maybe 2,500 kids in the school. And my second high school was 100 kids in my class, so it was much smaller pond. Yeah, much smaller.
The small class. Hey, who did she play, Phil? I'm not as familiar with Buffy.
Yeah, I've seen her and stuff, but I can't really exactly place her. She's been in a few things, but she was way too young to be passing away, so that definitely sucks.
I know Willow, the girl that played Willow. I don't know her real name. Of course, Buffy, and the guy who was always in trouble, who's on the Dr. Phil show in an intervention. I can't remember. I don't remember too much about Buffy. It's very popular back in the day, and now Josh Whedon has also been canceled. I want to say too, right? Because he's done some horrible things. Yeah.
Everybody's getting canceled. You know, we got the Bradley in the house. What up, man? Thanks for coming through. We got. We already said hi to Dynamite.
Yes.
Euro Trip. I've seen Road Trip. I don't think I've seen Euro Trip though.
Is that a National Lampoon movie?
Oh, come on, 90. I don't know, maybe.
It
was more than one room, 90. Why do you always have to be so rude?
Hey, well,
so rude.
Some of us want this one room. I think my mother graduated from a one-room schoolhouse.
Yeah, so what do you mean?
She was in Mississippi.
Everybody get 90.
Block 90. Cut him off. Nah. This is a safe space. You can make fun of Marcus. It's no big deal.
Everybody makes fun of me. I catch hell in Discord, man.
Oh man.
It's okay though. I can handle it.
That's why I stay out of Discord, you know. That's not actually why.
See us. Well, yeah, I'm not even gonna try and sell it to you. It's too much.
It's too much. I mean, I have an idea what it's about, but it's like, whoa. I don't have time.
If I can't sell Instagram to you, there's no way I'm selling Discord.
Instagram is a love-hate thing. You know, I want to do stuff for it, but then I also I know that Zuck owns it. Damn, he's gonna do something. He's like a bending the knee and all this shit. I don't know. But it's the only option. You know, there's the only option for something like Instagram. You know, and you want to use it, you got to use it. You know, because Facebook, I reluctant. I was on Facebook for the first time in like 6 months yesterday just to check the blackout status. Like, damn, I gotta go on Facebook. Nothing else is working. You know.
Juno, man, that one hurts. That one hurt me.
Wow.
That one hurt me. Come on, guys, punch up, Leafs. Come on.
You don't really punch down, do you? I haven't seen you punching down on anybody.
Perry Gaming doesn't even know anything about football. He's just saying that to hurt me.
He doesn't even know. Yeah, he would know if he did. He knows kind of like 80 guy a long time ago if he knew about football. Man, 80s guy's been on you since day one. A1 from day one. That's okay. You have a bright future ahead of you. So bright, you gotta wear shades.
It's funny how not cool football is to me right now. I don't like if they start covering football on the sports show. I'm like, click, nope, I don't want to listen. I'm not ready.
Still
it's
too
soon. It's too soon, dude.
Wound still fresh.
The Super Bowl sucked so much. Oh my god, we weren't even competitive. You know how not fun that is when you're watching your team play and they're never really in it.
Especially when they're the favorite. I mean, it's different if like you were there as a pretender, you know, like, you know, I'm not trying to rub it in. I'm just saying, like, I know how you feel.
It feels like you're trying to rub it in.
No, I'm just saying I empathize with you, son.
What about? Did you get your books this week? What are we doing?
Let's quickly change the subject. But me and Phil looking for that season. Let's go Lions. Let's go Bears. And John Stout. Let's go Niners. So if your team didn't make it, you can't wait for the next season. You know.
Catch me in traffic.
Is that a great journal? Oh my God, Chris from Journal was killing me with that.
Dang,
oh my
80s guy. Come on, man. I'm running up that hill. Running up that road.
I know.
Running up that building.
Wow. Oh man, they're piling on now. Here comes Juno. Oh man.
Hey, pimps go through these sorts of things from time to time. Space Case. We'll be back.
Oh God. Hey, what's up, Thomas? How are you, sir? Good to see you.
10 comedy in the hizzy.
Let's keep. Yeah, well, I tell you, I'm
not thinking about football till the draft. We're done. Whatever.
Draft. Yeah, the Bears got a new coach. That's all I know. They picked the hot new candidate. That's all I got.
Who's gonna get Shedeur Sanders? Who's gonna get Cam Ward? I'm excited to find out.
Don't know any of those people. I don't follow college until they hit the NFL.
You don't know Shedeur? You got to know Shedeur Sanders.
I've heard the name, but I don't know none of their stats.
You know who his father is?
What's the last name again? Sanders. Deion Sanders?
It's Deion.
Prime time? Yeah. Okay, he's the quarterback then. Okay, yeah, I've heard him.
Quarterback at Colorado. Yeah,
is he all that?
I think he impressed me a lot. Now it's hard to get a great read on him because it felt like he didn't get a lot of time in the pocket. His line wasn't really up to snuff a lot, and so he spent a lot of his bad games were him running for his life. So, but there were times where it really felt like he had a read and an understanding of the game. He has a relationship with people like Tom Brady. And so I think that he's had access to minds that have made him more prepared for this than a quarterback normally would be. So, yeah, I don't like his size. I'd like for him to be much bigger than he is, but I am big on him. I don't know about first overall pick, but I think he should definitely go first round.
It's tricky picking those fast little quarterbacks, man, because those giant fast men that in the NFL can just end their careers or just change their, RG3. What happened with him, and you don't have like a Tom Brady quality caliber line, to protect him. It'd be a very short career, a long day.
We got Damien in the house. What up, Damien?
Damien, how are you?
Good to see you, homie.
Absolutely. All right, well, let's get to these alleged books. I got a lot of them. Got no guests, but I got lots of books. You got What's Good. and other stuff.
I got a what's good today, guys. So stick around for it. I worked hard on it.
Marcus has a what's good. Damn it. This is a banner day. Let's go. Let's go. All right. First thing, I want to start first with. Oh, yeah. Comic Tom. I did a Comic Tom mystery mail calls. I did when I first got back into the collecting way
I
back.
remember those videos back in the long ago. How crazy how long this has been going on.
Man, I know. I was like, I went for like 13 months. I was putting the mystery mail call. I got some decent books, and help support Tom's channel and all that, which is what the purpose of it is.
Yeah, I had fun getting it when I was getting it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and I do it now whenever I see a book that I want. So, if I see one, I'll get it rather than subscribe. It's cool that you can do that. So give them tall credit for that. All right, get here. First of all, get the big one out of the way, which is the Mark Spears. I'm gonna say Wildcats again. Thundercats number 12. Mark Spears limited to 900 copies. It's not shiny. This looks shiny in this nice little Mylar bag they sent it in. There's the COA on the back, certifying that it is 900 copies from Comic Tom's mystery mail call. It's already on eBay. No takers yet.
So is that the special cover then? Because 900. Usually, I think his run used to be like 2,500, 3,000.
Sometimes
I wonder what his print runs are now.
He said he sold out of this one. They ran out so they only had like 900. So I guess they reduced it, and not everyone got this. So after the 900 are gone, they just get like some other book, I guess.
People keep saying this Mark Spears hype is going to die out, but
it'll die down. I don't think it'll ever die out.
It's been going strong for a good number of months now, though.
Oh yeah. It is.
Usually with these things, you see it, come up over maybe a month, maybe a 2-month span, but then after that, it goes back down. But this Mark Spears thing is sustained and even grown as people go back and find other covers, like the Gunslinger cover that he did with Violator that looked great. So this phenomenon has been really interesting to me.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's here to stay. He's been here for a while. I mean, people that collect cards know it already because that's where he got this thing with the Mark Spears Monsters cards. Those are amazing. Call me crazy. You crazy, Dynamite.
That is news. That hasn't got a lot of buzz. I feel like I haven't seen it, but yeah, Donny Cates is coming back. Or at least he's teased that he's coming back
with that same crossover series. Or just another.
Well, nobody knows what he's coming back to do. Dynamite is guessing that it'll be the crossover event, because DC and Marvel are doing that crossover thing.
Yeah, hell, that would be great if he was back for that. That would add a lot more interest to it for me because they're like, okay. So the big two are trying to make money again, like yay, But okay, maybe there's something good will come out of it. But I still got a bunch of those amalgam books. Remember those? The Dark Claw and Spider Boy, the original Spider Boy. I got them, baby. They worth $1 a piece. You want some? I can hook you up. I love them. I do love them. They're kind of weird, but they're kind of out there. Oh, your DC came in, huh?
That sucks.
Oh, yeah. Like, out this way, man. Across the mountains, they don't look out for us. They just like screw you guys.
I'm not sure what Safe is talking about.
These
what bots?
Insane.
What bots?
No bots on it. It's a bot-free zone.
I haven't seen any bots in the chat that I know of.
Yeah.
Is Janet a bot?
Root them out. Rat them out. Here we go. The Valkyries. This was also in the Comic Tom thing. The return of the Valkyries from Men in Black. King in Black, Peach Momoko variant. This is a store exclusive. Which one is this? God, which store exclusive is this again? This is I'm gonna open it up and see. Now my mind is failing me now.
I was joking. I was asking if you were a bot, Janet, because Zephyr was saying these bots are insane. John Stout said Mark Spears is always going to be popular, but he'll go down like Frizen, Alex Ross, and Campbell. And I'm saying if those three names are considered going down, then is it really down?
Well, down from the height. You
Yeah.
know, it won't be as like now. It's just insane. That number one is still insane. You know, I just not a few weeks ago stole it for over $300.
Definitely, I am.
Oh, yeah, Yellow Snow Comics and Big Time Collectibles. That's what this is from. It's a Peach Momoko store exclusive. It's like a $10 book. And I was looking it up, like, oh, not bad. You know, because sometimes they're all just like, you know, other than the exclusive, it's like not that great. And also from Mr. Comic Tom 101, I got this one, Uncanny X-Men number 269. In VF condition, pretty high grade. Also a $10 to $15 book because you know why? You know why?
Is that when Rogue takes Captain Marvel's powers?
No, this is actually when Rogue is first seen in her Savage Land outfit, which they're doing the whole series for now. This is the first appearance of that. She actually at the end, she's like, you know, all bikini and, you know, it's a Jim Lee, Chris Claremont from that run issue. So it's cool that it's got those creators on there for one thing, and it's the first appearance of that Savage Land outfit that they have her doing a whole series of now. So another decent book along with the exclusive. So that's more of your money's worth right there. You can't beat that. It's very fair. And a print from somebody of Dr. Doom, but I don't know who it is. I don't see they used to have like little notes in there to say who made what, but there's no note in the book in the package I got. But it looks cool anyway. So
that's nice. Yeah, I'd frame that. That's cool.
Yeah, I got a stack of Comic Tom prints that I could probably that are frame worthy. All right, now from oh my God, from the store. What did I get from the store? Oh yeah, a whole different stack. There's so many books. The good thing this is gonna be a book heavy show, folks. If you don't like comics, you might be in the wrong place. A lot of stuff today that I picked up. A lot. All right, no particular order. Here's the books from this week and last week, or this week, or last week and this week. First one is Black Hammer Spiral City, which I'm reluctantly pulling because I have everything Black Hammer. It's gonna be my last Black Hammer series. I got so many Black Hammer books. I think I'm good on that whole genre. I do love it, but enough already. Thank you very much. That'll do for today. From last week also is to have a chance to read it. Someone commented in last week's chat that they read it, and I can't comment on it yet, but I will comment as soon as I read this. Let This One Be a Devil. I think that was week before last penultimate book. This is your boy James T. More from his True Year series.
Did you pull it? I have to read it. Yeah, I pulled it. I haven't read it though. I did pull it though. I need to go see if I like it. I might do a video on it.
Yeah. If you had a Black Hammer, you'd hammer in the morning and the hammer in the evening and all over this land, I'd imagine. Arigato. Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. Domo. People know what I'm talking about. That's from, what's that? Sticks. Right on Sticks.
Back in the long ago.
long ago, far away. Nobody remembers that, huh? How? Yeah, what? Anybody remember that? Long time ago, far away. Domo arigato, Mr. McGraw. Okay, fine. All right. Howl. This was a very good book. It's a very good book. It is. Number 2. Maybe it came out last week. Not sure. Don't know when it came out, but damn, it's a good book. It's this sci-fi. I don't know how to explain it. Takes place in the 50s, the early 60s, something like that. This woman is living in this tough enough to be living as a woman in the 50s, but there's some kind of an alien takeover going on as well. Great artwork, great story from these creators on here. Who slipped my mind at the moment? Oh, Alyssa Whitney and Morissette is the artist. Love Morissette's art.
Lost in love and I don't know much. Thinking about fell out of touch, but I'm back on my feet. And eager to be what you wanted. I love that song. It's so good.
It should be cut off.
Oh, it's so good. How dare you?
Hey, Wonder Woman, actually, Absolute Wonder Woman, number 5. This has been excellent. To me, all the Absolute books, Absolute Batman really nailed it. I only read number 5 yet, but I really liked number 5 of Absolute Batman. It went down, man. It was crazy, and we're kind of on the way to see what's going to happen with his origin and all that jazz. And yeah,
Fatty, come on, dude. How could you? I've been loving you too long.
Oh, you found my magnet video. Boy, that is so long ago, man. Oh, wow. Yeah. I did made a video on how I press the magnets and the buttons and all that stuff, man. But now all these what the kind of magnets, the buttons are they making now? Those weird kind of ceramic buttons and stuff like that. That'll pass. My buttons have been around for over a century. They'll be back. They'll be back in popularity. Damn right. Is that the Air Supply song, John?
Yeah, he doesn't. He's not a fan, apparently.
I feel you on that. I was never a big Air Supply. I mean, I like.
Come on, my mama used to play Air Supply when I was a kid.
Right. We had the connection. Okay,
we had the record.
I can see the sentimental value. I like.
It's a good song, though.
It is. For instance, I like the House Hills.
You don't have to lie. You don't have to say it is.
I know. Well, it is to you because you like it. Bless your heart. This week or last week, House of Slaughter the final issue of House of Slaughter. I didn't know that was going to be the last one, number 30.
Really?
This is it. This is it. Make no mistake what you are. This is it. Who was that?
I grabbed it. That's is it Michael McDonald?
Something like that. Yeah, that's probably Michael McDonald.
Is it Doobie Brothers? It's probably Doobie Brothers.
I think it's post Doobie. I think it's Michael.
Oh no, it's Kenny Loggins and Michael McDonald. That's what it is.
Duet. No wonder.
Yeah.
Two of the greats. Kenny Loggins and Michael McDonald. Azure. This has been building up for a long time. I gotta reread the whole not number one, the number like 35, 35.
Honestly, you telling me that's the end of it makes me feel like maybe it's time for me to go ahead and try and power through that thing.
You should not.
I tried so many times. For some reason, I don't know. It just wasn't working for me.
You just got the Erica fixation going on thing. If it ain't Erica, you just can't. It just. I hear you. It's just not your thing. But
Well, there's a lot. Like, what was it? The second arc where was that dude on the boat with the pin? Do you remember that second arc? And it's like,
yeah.
And it's like, what is going on here? Like, what are we really doing here?
2 issues into that, I wanted to give up on. I almost canceled it, but then I think I saw the 3rd or 4th issue. Okay, you got me back now. When the monster popped up and all that. Okay, all right. That's not bad.
Maybe I'll start it over from scratch. Yeah, that's what I'll do.
Yeah. I mean, they're pretty quick reads too, so you get through them pretty fast. I saw Sticks. Wow, that's the many times I saw Journey, the original Journey. I don't really hate Journey either. I'm just like, I must have liked them to go see them 3 times.
Yeah, I love Journey. Yes. Yeah. The Steve Perry Journey. Hell yeah.
Steve Perry Journey back in the day. Yeah. It's all Steve. They were with 3 different groups, like with the Stones and 2 other bands. Like, okay, well, Journey again. Journey it is. That's all. Back in the day when concert tickets did not cost $1,000. But I couldn't have gone to see them.
Back in my day, Sonny.
Damn right. The fucking man ruins everything, man. The greedy corporatists. They ruin everything. Damn it. That's another story. The Brood. Stacking this because I am so far behind on the Minor Threats universe. Good universe, but they keep coming out with stories and I just can't keep up with them. I'm sure it's going to be probably funny and good and adventurous and all that, but I had to catch up to it later. You dig? Barstool. Sounds like Barstool. Number 3. I am caught up on this because this is one of those Twin Peaksian small town, crazy small town stuff going on. FBI agent discovers a weird thing. That's right.
I can't quite tell what's going on that cover.
I know it's kind of weird. Huh? Like, what is going on?
Is he
He's
carrying that thing, or is that thing part of him? I can't quite see it.
Oh, I think he's shedding. That thing is like he's like morphing or something.
Okay.
He's shedding his skin. Yeah. His last issue, he became kind of like a Christ kind of a character, one of these
religious
zealots, and he just kind of like did that whole thing there, molted his
chat. What's your favorite Journey song?
Ooh,
I already know mine. I'll Be All Right Without You. I'll Be All Right, I think, is the name of the song, but that's my favorite Journey song. Chat, speak it up. What's your favorite Journey song? Try not to be generic, like Don't Stop Believing. Everybody says that one.
That's the White Sox song. That's the White Sox won the World Series. That was their song. They found Steve Perry and he came out of retirement.
When the lights go down
in the sky,
in the city.
Yes.
Wheel in the sky keeps on turning.
Of course, Bill jumps right in with the Don't Stop Believing.
Of course. Let me be generic.
Yeah, Wheel in the Sky. I know that one. What is it? Barstow.
I don't know.
Okay. Oh, yeah, it's a real city. You're absolutely right. Yeah.
My parents were street light people. Street lights. People.
But I like the other one that Feeling That Way. They would always, the crowd would always get geeked up and start doing this.
Is that like a bluesy jazz song? I'm not sure I know that one.
That way. Then they feeling that way. They break off into the big jam. But Steve, ooh, anytime that you want. He was like, ah! I'm peaking off my LSD now. Yeah.
I don't know that one. I don't think I'll have to look that one up.
Anytime that you want. It always segue from that song to that song, but you Journey fans know what I'm talking about.
The only Journey song? Come on, John. We are miles apart on music, it seems.
What's this one?
I don't know that
one. There ain't no such thing. It's hilarious if it is. like what is it? Crash Bandicoot. Faith. That's one of the slow songs. Faithfully,
I'm forever yours. Yeah. I would skip that one only because it's been done so many times. You know, that one's been covered a lot. Mariah Carey covered that song.
I didn't know that. Now, Loving, Touching, Squeezing is another one they play on the radio a lot too.
I like that song too. That's a nice bluesy song. You make me weep. I don't think I know Stone in Love.
Stone Love. That's a Supreme song. That's a different one though. Yeah, Loving, Touching, Squeezing was always a crowd favorite too.
Eyes of a Woman. That's another one. People don't know that one, but it's great. All right.
Is it a Journey song? Or is that like a statement?
No, I'm pretty sure that's I hate this.
I need a drink.
Just make sure it's a flavored whiskey drink and we'll be fine,
80s. Once, twice, 3 times. Now you just trolling me, Phil. All right.
Always.
Dust to Dust. Thank God this sucker is no longer with us. Number 3. Excellent book. Excellent book. We showed the trailer last week from number 1. Yeah, I mean, this is a 8-issue series. Y'all should be reading this.
We talked about it we actually got to the FOC last night, believe it or not, and we talked about that book. Yeah,
I saw a little bit of that. Before I
it's a new day. There's peace. There's peace in the comic book street, so we had to do the FOC.
That's what happens when there's no conflict. Huh? You gotta do FOC.
I need people to do something dumb. Yeah, I need somebody to give me something.
Yes, I saw people were resisting it, like to no end. Like no FOC. Start getting in the spoilers.
Yeah.
You fought for your FLC?
You gotta fight. Okay.
That's right.
Yeah. For your right.
I almost got that variant too for this issue too. This looks the kid holding the skull. I could have got a good price on that one, but I was already over my budgets.
The art seems great on Dust to Dust. I'm actually not reading it, but it seems pretty great.
Mm-hmm.
I like the style.
Oh man, the art, the story, and the art is phenomenal. It's done all in one tone. It's done in sepia tone, just like on the covers. But it's so great. It's almost like you're watching a black and white, or in this case, a brown and white movie unfold before you. Very cool. Seasons number 2. That was probably last week. I don't know. Could be this week. But I finally got it. Oh, I think it was this week. This may be one of the few that arrived.
Yeah, I think this is this week. Yeah.
Woohoo! I'm current. Something. Always the last to know. Ultimate Spider-Man have fallen a wee bit behind on this, but not too far.
Already on 14. Oh, that's crazy.
Already, huh? Already. Could have got a number 1 for like $24. Couldn't afford that. Not the A cover though. Different one. The J. Scott Campbell. And FML, which I'm waiting for the number 2 for this to come in. Just got the number 3 for Space Ghost, so I caught up on that. That's going to be in What's Good. But as soon as I get the number 2 for this, I'll be back in the FML because this was a great book too.
John is asking the artist on Dust to Dust. I'm not sure on their name.
That is tell you. That is someone I was not aware of before. They're J.G. Jones. J.G. Jones is the co-writer and artist on there. Yeah, I was not aware of anything they had done before, but man, good looking stuff. That's right. George Forrest got it. The chat knows all. All right. So on to the stuff I got from my comic shop, which is an entire little small box of stuff that came today. Just came today. I'm not reading X-Men, but Marvel stuff is a lot of books I would just get the covers for because this is a Josh Swaby cover of Magic. Remember, Josh was doing a lot of really awesome covers. This is a pretty cool one here. She's looking pretty ominous here. This looks almost like a horror cover. X-Men is so not a horror book.
It's pretty cool.
It is, man. Very, very cool. I love a lot of his stuff. And Magic is, they were doing some like lineup covers for some X-Men variants, and they showed the height, of course, Colossus being one of the tallest, and Magic is one of the shortest. Magic is like, she's like super shorter than Wolverine. She's like a little tiny thing. You never can tell by looking at the drawings. They do draw to scale with the X-Men and Marvel. Everything's got to be just so. Cam Girl. Nobody's ever heard of this, but I pre-ordered it. And it was by the same woman who, Sarah H. Cho, I think the same team, and C.P. Smith, who did Red Light, which is it was about the not CGI, but the AI sex workers. So this is a one shot, so we'll have to stretch it out. I love one shots. One shot, just right down the middle of the plate for me. One and done. I'm such an unusual comic collector. Most people love like endless runs. I want 900 issues of Spider-Man. I just can't handle that. That blows my mind. Which one is that? Ace Ventura. Which one is that?
The one that George Ford was singing, I think.
The Crying Game. Oh, I remember now. Oh my God. Oh God Almighty. Oh God. Have you now? The recent Spider-Man is a horror. Yeah, some would think. Yeah, but hey, John, they're going to reboot it, so it'll be better. It'll be better.
Everything will be fixed.
Everything will be fixed. But mine is a long and lonesome grave. Don't you know? This was also a penultimate book for a while back, a few weeks back, I should say. I'm just now getting this one. All right. Miss Fury and Green Hornet. I think I got the shiny one already, and this is the one in at least 10, maybe 15 from Dynamite. Dynamite's making some good stuff now. You think of them as just girly books? Yes, true, if that's what your thing is. They have that, but they also they got some stuff like Space Ghost, which is really good.
Yeah, I think of them as 80s cartoons.
That's the way I like them too. Well, Space Ghost was a 60s cartoon, so even more better. Speaking of that, I think you were talking about one of these Mark Spears books. This is the one with the Daily Tales of the Gunslinger Spawn. This is a nice one here. Got this one for cover price or undercover price. I pre-ordered it, so even more better. You know, I've been pretty fortunate with those Mark Spears books. Haven't had to pay too much for any of them. They are going to bring Captain Planet back. You know, yeah, good on them. Yeah, because some people, you know, like me for Space Ghost. Some people like Captain Planet. What's that? A Gotcha Man. But some people are, you know, have nostalgia for that. I think that serves a purpose. One World Under Doom. Doom, the A cover by not who's it? Ben Harvey. Ben Harvey's doing this A cover. Everyone bending the knee for Doom. Yes. Love Doom. Not much for big crossover events, but love Doom. I'm not saying I'm going to buy all these books. I probably won't. And then there's the Mike Mignola variant, which I was able to get for less than cover price too, which came today in my little care package from mycomicshop.com. Mignola's covers kind of hard to come by sometimes. Hey, looky. That's my friend, Brother John. How are you, sir?
What up, Brother John?
Well, bless your heart. You're the handsomest man on here. Thank you so much. Yeah, Herculoids is coming. They've been on the previews for like a couple of weeks. So they're gonna be here one of these days. Very soon. And this is like a fine copy of Minor Threats #1, the B cover, also done by Mignola. And it was like $8, and this is still up there because this is really, really hard to find. This is I was looking for this for a long time before it popped up in my my want list. This is I bet Comic Times got a few copies of this. He's a big Mignola fan. And this one, I've been meaning to check out this show, even though it's really for kids. Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. And some of these books were going for like more like multiples of cover price because I guess there's some speculation that, you know, this is kind of a variation on the Spidey mythos. He's got his friends are a little different. They're drawing him the way Steve Ditko wanted to draw him, and it's an animated show that's out right now, currently running. So I just picked up a copy of that just because I got it for like, I think it's a VF copy, so it was undercover price. And they were going for like $10, $15. Our guest we just had last week. Thank you for co-hosting with me, for talking to Shobo and his brother Shof's Bronze Faces. This is a 1 in 10 copy with art by his brother Shof. Very cool.
#1, obviously.
Mm-hmm. #1, yeah. #1, not quite. #2, not quite out yet. Another couple of weeks, he says. And our good friend Tula Lote has got the 1 in 15. This is like about $7-8. Really good deal for this one too. I think the other one that Shof did was pretty cheap too. So Tula always does good stuff.
That's nice.
Yeah. And the Seasons. This, I want to say, is a 1 in 10. And it was way under ratio. I don't remember exactly what, but it was not $10. It was less than $10. This is for #1. Well, I think this completes my my collection of number one for the season. Season was such a good first book. I can't wait to see where it's going with that whole crazy circus. You get a chance to read that yet, or not yet?
No, that's one I need to catch up on too.
Yeah, I was like, what's up with that crazy circus? What up with that, yo? Facebook is down. Oh my God. Olympus has fallen. Facebook is down. It went bankrupt. Yeah. Yeah. Elon and his band of lost boys has gone through Facebook and taken away all their all their privileges. Here's Guardians of the Galaxy number 1B. One of the, remember these? The
timeless variant.
The timeless variants from Alex Ross. I got so many of these, man. Don't have them all, but I got a bunch of them. Whenever one pops up, I'll get one.
They're very nice.
Very nice. It's only around $3 too. Very, very nice. Same with this one. This was the X-Men, just X-Men number 20. I don't know what volume that is. This is the Phoenix cover, right around about $3 for this one. One I don't have. But I do now. And oh yeah, well, the obligatory Fantastic Four reprint. I didn't see any in the store. People must have bought them out, or maybe they where my LCS did not order them because they figured out who wants it. Like, yeah, the original Marvel in the Silver Age book. Yeah, absolutely. They don't reprint these very often. I mean, they do a lot of facsimiles, but they don't very often do some key ones like this one. Lucky Devils. This is a Maria Wolf variant of number 1. Couldn't find that in the store either.
I like it.
You like Maria Wolf's art also?
Yeah, she'll be at Planet Comic-Con.
Oh, look at that. At Comic-Con. When I laid my vengeance upon thee. This is the D cover, which is a 1 in 10. And this was only like about $4. So when I see a deal like that, I just can't pass it up. This is who is this? Chris Condon, Jacob. The guy that draws for Chris Condon's book. Jacob, whose name escapes me, but this is his artwork here. This is a pretty crazy book too. Yeah, I like it a lot. I don't think number 2 is out yet, but it is. It came out this week and I missed it. Man, this isn't even all of them. This is like just a portion of the ones. This is Wonder Woman number 11. I want to say. Oh hell, number 18. Already at 18. My guy DNA, David Nakayama. Certainly has a style.
Nice. Yeah.
Yes. Nakayama, Campbell, and Hughes. I'm just a sucker for all those. If I see one of those, I gotta see if I can get that one. Just this Mystique. I'm not even reading this one. I just thought it was like a pretty ominous cover for Mystique. Pre-ordered it for like $250 or something like that. So what the hell? You talked me into it. You got me. New Gods number 3. I still haven't gotten the one with the Star Wars like critter space on it, which I think is the first appearance. But whatever. This is the one with Barda, Big Barda. I love the Big Barda and Mr. Miracle dynamic. They're a couple. They got a young baby. And this book is really good. Are you pulling this?
No, not on that one.
Oh man,
I've been hearing good things though.
Yeah, it's a good book. I mean, I'm getting away from I've gotten away, I should say, except for like the occasional buy like this. But he's pulling me back in with a book like this. Damn you, Ron B. Ron B is such a great writer. Oh yeah, speaking of that last issue of House of Slaughter, couldn't pass this. It's not gonna like my white background here. The In-Hyuk Lee variant of our guy. This is a very, very cool virgin cover. I love so many publishers like Boom allow you to get these just totally virgin covers and don't worry about their branding. You know who made the book. We're not stupid. You know, I mean, but Marvel is like, oh, we got plaster our, Stormbreakers and our logo. No, you don't. People know your shit, man. People know your characters are iconic. Just give us a nice cover, would you please? Thank you very much. Please and thank you. All right. Ice Cream Man #2. I had to pay for this one. This one was like 20, maybe 20, 24 bucks for this one. It's very good. They call it a 6.0, but it looks better. Maybe it's got like a dent somewhere on it I haven't seen yet. But this
wow, #2.
I'm just close to number. Then #1 is almost unobtainable. If you find it, it's going to be graded and it's going to be pricey. You can find an ungraded copy of #1. Good luck. Buy it. Because you just found a gem if you can afford it. What's that? Dynamite, New Gods, Question, and Challenges of the Unknown. All good. But Challenges, really? I haven't even checked out Challenges yet. Remember the first series of that? I think they came before the FF. And I'm pretty sure the FF was a kind of, inspired by them. Maybe, Jack and Stan would not admit that, but they were probably inspired by the Challenges of the Unknown. It is unknown. And the last one from my comic shop, I want to say, because this has been going on for quite some time, is I've been looking for this for a long, long time. Speaking of stuff that hadn't surfaced, when I just like jumped through the screen when I saw, this is available. Let me hurry up and go ahead and buy this now before somebody snatches it out of my cart. It's been licensed. It's by our people, Rosenberg and Boss. 4 kids walking to a bank. #1.
Oh, nice.
$10. $10. This book's go. You can't find it for less than 20 if you're lucky on eBay somewhere like that. And it's in pretty good shape. So when I saw this, man, I bought it, and I think I was able to find number 2, 3, 4, and 5, which will be coming later too. And they weren't nearly as they were like less than like $5 a piece, I think, like $2 or $3. So I'll be able to finish this series. But you can't even find I don't know if there is a trade. If there is a trade, I think it's also hard to find because I don't know if Black Mask were able to make a trade of this, or that they did. It probably didn't have a high printing. So you can find the trade, get the trade. This looks like it's from the same people that made and it is. What's the furthest place from here? It's a good read. Can't wait to see this, man. Can't wait to read that. That's everything. Whew, man.
Yeah, it was like Sports said, dang, you bought some books.
I did. Dang. What had happened was my comic shop order arrived just a few hours ago, and I was like, oh, new comic book day times 10. That's awesome. All right, so now that is all over with, it's time to do what's good. And you, sir, will be up first because you got a special treat for us. Hope y'all stuck around and get ready, get your popcorn and get your libations, whatever you need that makes life bearable for you wherever you live, because what's good is coming up. And here it goes. Right now. Sir Bob. And what we got here, Mr. Marcus has a video that he has done, and I'm going to play that if I don't screw up. We practice it.
Fingers crossed.
That's not a sleeve. Presto. All right. Here we go. And bingo, bango. Start it up.
You ever pick up a comic and by the last page, you just know that you're in for something special? That was me with Bug Wars #1. Right away, Jason Aaron pulls you into this wild, high-stakes world that's one part Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, one part Game of Thrones. And honestly, it's got that Goonies or Peter Pan energy too. It's an adventure story at its core, filled with danger, discovery, and a kid thrust into a world way bigger, well, smaller than he ever imagined. The book kicks off with an intense battle between warring bug factions, the Ant Empire and the Beetle clans locked in an age-old war. The imagery is brutal, swords clash, heads roll, and the battlefield is an all-out bloodbath. But before either side can claim victory, a massive storm sweeps through, wiping them all out. Cut to the human world, and we meet Slade and his older brother, Sidney. Their family has just moved into a house left to them by their late father, Jim, an entomologist. This isn't just any house, it's his house, and it's filled with history, mystery, and apparently a ton of bugs. Sidney, still haunted by a traumatic past event involving their father and insects, is on edge, while Slade, taking after his dad, has a deep love for bugs, especially his pet rhinoceros beetle, Pock. Family tensions boil over when Sidney storms into Slade's room and wipes out his entire bug collection. Slade rushes to save Pock, chasing him down into their father's old office, where he stumbles upon a strange, broken amulet. The moment he touches it, boom, a flash of green light, and suddenly he shrunk down to insect size, thrown right into the heart of the bug war. Now, this is where the adventure really kicks off. Slade, a kid who's never been the hero of anything in his life, suddenly finds himself face to face with the brutal beetle clans. When they try to push him around, he fights back, literally punching through a beetle warrior's head. And that's when you realize this world is going to change him. We get this haunting narration from an older Slade looking back on this moment, wondering if he would still make the same choice to pick up that amulet if he knew where it would lead. That line alone tells you this story is going somewhere, and I cannot wait to see where it takes us. What makes Bug Wars #1 so strong is how it balances action, mystery, and character. Jason Aaron doesn't just drop us into a cool bug-sized war. He makes us care about Slade, about his family's struggles, and about the secrets surrounding his father's past. Then there's the amulet. What is this thing? What happened to Jim? Why did every exterminator refuse to touch the house? There's a bigger mystery at play here, and it's woven into the heart of this adventure. Now, let's talk about something I think is worth keeping an eye on. This book feels very optionable. I mean, studios are always looking for unique fantasy stories, and Bug Wars has that perfect mix of an imaginative world, strong emotional core, and high stakes adventure. You've got the kid thrust into another world trope that works so well in film. Think Pan's Labyrinth, the Spiderwick Chronicles, or even Never Ending Story. Plus the visuals, insane. The bug battles alone would be a dream for a studio that wants to mix live action and CGI in a way that stands out. I've personally picked up a couple of extra copies for my collection because if this gets optioned, I wouldn't be surprised to see prices spike. That's not financial advice, just a gut feeling. Bottom line, Bug Wars #1 is an absolute banger of a first issue. It's got world-building action, mystery, and a sense of adventure that feels fresh and exciting. If you haven't checked it out, I highly recommend picking it up. And if you've already read it, let me know in the comments. What do you think about Slade? What's up with this amulet? The war between the ants and the beetles? Drop your thoughts down below and let's talk about it. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more comic book deep dives. I'll catch you in the next one. Yeah, it's not often that I read a book, especially a #1 book, right? I'll read like 4 or 5 issues, and then that's what'll hook me as I get a piece of the whole story. But this is one of those rare books where I really saw what the author was doing in the first issue. I saw the things that it's setting up, the things that it's building up to, and the foreshadowing that it does in the book is really cool. It sets up questions that I'm curious about, like the questions surrounding the death of the father of the family. And so it's just doing a lot of work, and I do think it's extremely optionable. It's been a long time since anybody's done Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. And that was a really cool movie, as I recall, especially for Kid Marcus. So I think the idea of a kid shrinking down to bug size and entering this whole new bug world could really work on the big screen. So great for the read. Could be ground level stuff going forward, though. So I highly recommend we check it out.
I agree, man. I think that's a great call to say that it's highly optionable. I mean, you get that feel when you like, there's something here, right? There's something that appeals to everybody, you know? Yeah, I think picking up a couple of copies of that is not a bad move, you know, and it's probably just going to like, you know, be a great read to boot. So you can't lose.
To boot.
That's right. Well done, son. Yeah. All right. So, Bug Wars, those crazy Bug Wars. Bill Murray doing Star Wars. Yeah, definitely a good book. Got the 1 in 25. Nice.
Dang, baller.
One in 50. Yeah, yeah. Don't be surprised if that goes somewhere because Jason Aaron is he's got he's got gravitas and people know his stuff and all that jazz. Chariot, still waiting for Chariot. I'm still waiting to find Chariot. I'm still waiting to find it to be able to read it. I heard it was very good.
Yeah, that got optioned. Think about it. 4 years ago, it got optioned.
Yeah, yeah, but now now is the time to find them because they're probably going down in price for sure. Well, not great for young, probably below, I'd say 10, something like that, but I don't know. I don't have kids. I can't say what your child might react to, but you might guess 10, 12, 12 and older can definitely handle it. Yeah. The dynamic between the kids is such a thing. You can see, I can feel like there's going to be I feel like his brother is going to get in there. Now we talked about it, the whole thing. I feel like his brother is going to find his way into that universe too, and they're going to be adversaries. I think
it does seem like they're going to be adversaries somehow, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because there's definitely some bad blood between them, and I get that he was, he found his dad and all that stuff. But damn, man, lighten up on your bro. That's just y'all in this together. All right, so my turn. What I got now? Oh, I remember I got a tough act to follow here, man. That's you did such a great job. All right, I got first one I want to talk about is Missing on the Moon, also a former penultimate book. This one is from the powerhouse that is Mad Cave. This is written by, no joke, Corey Crater. The fact that a guy named Corey Crater writes a book called Missing on the Moon. Accident? I don't know. I don't think so. And the artist is Damien Cusiero, I want to say. And Patricio DePecci is the color artist. And I can't pronounce that, brother. I know Showbo said it so beautifully. I want to say, can I just record what you said about that guy and play it every time I have to say his name? Like Hassan Atsmani Elehu. I'm sorry, Hassan. Please don't hate me. Well, this is another detective story, and I love my detective stories. You can put a detective story anywhere, anytime. Pretty good. You could have caveman detective. I'm just a simple caveman detective. I don't know anything about about life, and it would actually work. This guy is on the moon. And he's on the moon where there's colonization. It turns out they have an entire history of kind of like Geiger and the Ghost World of the Ghost Machine universe. They have this entire timeline of all the stuff that has happened to bring colonization to the moon. And it starts with the Russians back in 1958. They win the space race by landing on the moon first. They colonized the moon. There's a disaster with one of the Apollo rocket ships, and it goes on and on from there. So the end result of it is that this guy is a detective, and he's working a case on one of the many moon cities. Here you see they're the names of the moon cities. Bullseye is the one right in the middle. I guess it's a very original name. One at the top is Blue Cap, which is one of the Russian strongholds. And it's really no nation, but the different races and different countries are represented, but nobody claims the moon. It's still not no man's land, but like a Wild West kind of a thing going on there. So this detective, whose name escapes me, is going to try to find the child of this rich oligarch, which, of course, most of the people on the moon, we continue our same society on the moon as we have on Earth. The oligarchs live in nice neighborhoods, and the poor people just end up living in the slums, and sometimes eventually get thrown out into the outer crust of the moon to die, out in the atmosphere. But that won't last long. So this young woman is missing, and the only reason that anyone cares is because she's the daughter of a rich person. And this detective, he's gone through a lot of stuff. He's lost a child of his own, and he's kind of like in a I don't give a fuck kind of a mode. And whatever, this is a thing. I'm going through it, and I don't really care about you or the case or anything. I'm just doing it for the money. It's kind of formulaic in some ways, but it's very well done. The pacing of the writing has had me I never for a second just got bored. I was going through this whole like Shanghai looking city where he's looking for the girl, and the dialogue is snappy, and it's like, your typical detective fare. But if you're a fan of that genre, then I think you'll do well to pick this up. He ends up like looking for the girl out in the in the moonscape with this guy, and some horrible things happen to him out there, and he ends up in the hospital. But the missing on the moon thing, I think, is worth it if you are a detective fan and if you're a sci-fi fan. They blend those two genres pretty well together. So yeah, Missing on the Moon, #1, which has been out for a minute, and probably on maybe 2 or 3 by now, from Mad Cave. And check it out. It's if you can find it, I think you can. If you're lucky, you live in a big city, or if you got a My Comic Shop or a Tifa or a Midtown Comics you can get it from. Hey, check out Missing on the Moon, because
interesting setup, man. Interesting thought.
Yeah,
living on the moon.
Yeah, I mean, these dome cities that are connected by railways, like bullet trains and stuff like that. Very, very cool setup. Next is Those Not Afraid. We talked about this before. This is on Dark Horse. This is written by Kyle Starks and art by Patrick Piazzalunga. Take 2. Piazzalunga. Colors by Marco Bracco and letters by Jim Campbell. This is the 4-issue miniseries about the 2 serial killers who have embarked on this contest. Well, one is trying to set the record for most murders. Grim material, but actually a pretty well-written book. You kind of grimace at the fact that, somebody is like turning this into a race because, like life sometimes imitates art. You hope to hell that nobody ever does that. So the 2 killers, one is called the Lady Killer, and one is called the breaking and entering killer. I forget what they actually call him. The Lady Killer is just a smarmy, I think, car dealer, and he charms people, and then he gets to know them, and ends up kidnapping them and murdering them and then torturing them first and all this. And he's very arrogant. He's followed the break and entering killer to his job because that's kind of his thing, right? He stalks people. I don't trust you. I just want to see where you work so I can have more stuff on you. So he's just and he brings his wife, the Lady Killer, that is. Lady Killer has a wife who knows nothing about his life, and his wife's friend is this young lady here who's on the cover with the Afro Puffs, who has a blog, I should say a podcast about serial killers. So the irony is that all these people are intermingled in some way. Both killers and the podcaster. So, and there's a meeting at the one of the killers' his job where he works as a waiter. And after they get through all those things like how'd you find me and all that jazz, he actually hooks up the killer with the Lady Killer. That is, he hooks him up with the friend who's doing the podcast. Like, hey, she might like you. You maybe should give her your numbers. He's like, I don't do well with women. They find me off-putting. Imagine that. But I guess times are so hard that he eventually gives him her number, and they ended up going out on the date. How frightening that is. And the way this is moving along so quickly, I see a resolution coming to maybe them getting caught in this issue. But the way it's happening is really kind of intriguing because I don't want to spoil it. But something happens where the Lady Killer is exposed, and the question is now, will the break and entering killer also be exposed because the Lady Killer rats him out? That's something we have to wait until next issue for, which is on sale March 19th. But yeah, Those Not Afraid, with covers by Glenn Fabry, who did all of those Preacher covers back in the day, if you remember those. This is a really good series. Love my 4-issue miniseries. Don't like a long, commitment with my comic books, as I may have mentioned before. So I think of
once or twice,
maybe. So the next book is one that I finally caught up on, because I was missing number 3 in this series. It's a Space Ghost. I mean, I mentioned it earlier from Dynamite. This is being written by David Pepose, and art is from Jonathan Lau. So this, I love all these. I got so many of these Cho covers, these Michael Cho covers. He expresses the feeling of the 60s cartoons so well. I always get his covers because I just love his style. Nothing against Bjorn Barons, who has a very total realistic style like Alex Ross. But this, to me, this is my Space Ghost. This is my Nightwing. Damn it, that's what I like about him. And the first issue is just the origin of Jan and Jace, where they came from. Their father was this big scientist in the space administration, and he's killed in the first issue by these space pirates. Space Ghost takes them in, along with Blip the monkey. Blip the monkey is not just a pet. Blip has this. He's kind of like almost like a cyborg. He's got some stuff built into him that makes him special. So a lot of people are kind of trying to take Blip away from Jan and Jace and Space Ghost. And we, for the first time, as far as I can tell, are given some background on Space Ghost's origin. His real name is Dax, and he lost his family in an event too. So it's kind of like Batman in space is what this is. And if you're down with Space Ghost, which I am, and you got that kind of nostalgia for it, which I do, it makes a really great read. And in this issue, or the previous issue before this one, Zorak is brought in. Remember Zorak, right? From Space Ghost Coast to Coast.
I remember.
Yeah. Zorak's not a funny dude in here. Zorak is like a leader of a suicide cult. So he's a pretty bad guy. He's like Space Ghost's arch enemy. They have lots of history, and he's building this collider here. And some weird stuff happens where Jan and Jace are almost killed, and at the end there's like a crisis of conscience between one of the twins. The twins are so badass too. Jan is like the brains, Well, no, actually, Jan is more like the badass fighter, and she's really good at stealing stuff away from, like, if you have like some keys that will help her escape, she'll somehow find a way to steal those keys away from the bad guy. Whereas Jace, the boy, he's kind of like the brains, and he's kind of like a nerd and not much of a fighter. And together they make a great team. And this is already at number, I want to say 9. I just finished number 5 here. So I was at number 2. So I made a big leap. So I'm almost done with catching up with Space Ghost, but I'm glad I didn't cancel it because it's fun. It's a quick read. It's beautiful art, and the nostalgia is there for me. And Batman in space, you had me at Batman in space. Yeah,
XIC.
Yeah, man.
Space
I know, man. I love that cartoon, man. That's my nostalgia. That's my Thundercats right there. All right, what's next? Oh, the last one. The last one is Blood Train. Not to be confused with Kill Train, which is a very different thing. Same thing, but different. All right, Blood Train. Blood Train actually takes place in Siberia in the present day, and there's these kids who are like vacationing there, but they've actually been touring Europe. I think I got a photo here. I can just share it real quick. They've been touring Europe, and they're on their way home. And image file. This beautiful thing about this new thing that StreamYard has, that we can share these images now, which is very cool. I wasn't able to do that before, and now I can just like open up one of these things here. Okay, so here's like them at the train station in Siberia. They're all just typical teenagers and going through all this the shit that they're on their phones, and one guy is bragging about the dump he just took, and the girls are telling you you're just a weird, nasty fuck. Shut up, all this stuff that kids normally go through. And it turns out one of the kids gets poked. You can see that needle down at the bottom there by this fucking guy that injects her with this thing. She's like, oh, what the hell happened? Somebody stuck me. You're just being paranoid. Shut up. So she gets, and immediately after that guy sticks her with that needle, he walks in front of the train and is killed. Like, we don't find out until later, what that was about. So they get on the train and shit starts happening, and we don't realize what's really happening until people start, freaking out because there's some terrorists that just literally landed on top of the train with a helicopter, and they crash through the window, and they're looking for something. Like, people think that they're just trying to rob the train, but they are in fact looking for something. What they're looking for is that girl, because she was stuck with this virus. She's become like patient zero, and she doesn't realize what's happening to her. The virus has spread. It starts to spread to other people, and one by one, their little band of friends gets picked off, and it's, I don't want to give away who's the last one, and it has a nice ending where it wraps everything up because there's a one shot, which I love. It is unlike Kill Train, which is a 4 or 5 issue series. This is a one shot. It ends very well, like an episode of The Twilight Zone almost. So I think someone in the chat had talked about how nice a book this was, but I really like it. I'm not going to add to the stage. I'm going to take it away from the stage. All right. And I recommend it. Blood Train from, I just named the person, I forgot the name already, Adam Glass and Bernard Chang. I didn't mention their names. Adam Glass is the writer, and Bernard Chang is the artist and colorist. It's totally worth it from Image, which is a full size, like, you think it's one of those
distillery.
Yeah, one of those distilleries. It's a distillery size. It's not perfect bound though. It's saddle stitched, but it's still a very nice book and a good read. It's only like $7.99, pretty much the same price as the distillery book. Good looking book, good read. Blood Train, and pick it up. Be there. Aloha. Thank you very much. All right, now on to next week's books. There you go. Let's present Arms. Make me start playing. You start playing Comic Book Kings again, huh? Fill out the
no.
Some of that funky, fresh music, and you love that. All right, so any requests out there for Comic Book Kings? No? Anyone? Oh, okay.
We're the Comic Book Kings.
All right. So coming up next week, which will be March 5th, Ultimates number 10. Gosh, I'm a little behind on that as well. Wolverine number 7 allegedly has this first appearance. They've been teasing this shit for like, I don't know how long, of adamantine, which is the personification of adamantium. Like, we needed that. I don't know why we needed that, but I don't know. Oh yeah, George, I meant to talk about this. Yeah, the Ninth Circle has interesting stuff. Yeah, Afraid to Fix. I don't know if I ever mentioned that on the show or not, but I picked up Afraid to Fix and I liked it a lot. That's a Garth Ennis joint. It's a one shot also. Maybe they're only going to do one shots. Maybe that's what they're all about, the Ninth Circle. I think it is, but I could be wrong. Yeah, like the same here. Ocean Mega. Yeah, Ocean Mega's coming back. We're going to be seeing that in the previews coming up very soon. All right, so Wolverine. Oh, I'll take a look at some of the covers for Adamantine. All right. You talked me into it, Marcus. You're welcome. All right. Looks like he's melting right there. I mean, that's the adamantine, which is, I think, is gold coming out of him. Collector's note. A key appearance is contained in this issue. I wouldn't shit you. Well, I would, but not this time. All right, open order books. The David Baldion Invisible variant, where Wolverine is like, all you can see is his. So, yeah, because Sue can make people invisible, can make things invisible as well. So she made Wolverine invisible so we can see his skeleton, and I don't know. I don't know what's the logic behind that. Stephen Platt? This looks very familiar, doesn't it? Yeah. Homage, anyone? Put after Rob Liefeld on there.
Stephen Platt is back. He will be at Planet Comic-Con.
That's right. Get your tickets now. And this is Alessandro Capuccio, 1 in 25. Okay. I said, not a ton of covers. I'm surprised. They've been beating this drum for so long. I think they have more covers. Okay. Fair enough. Mortal Thor. Is anyone reading the Immortal Thor? I know I'm not. I haven't read a Thor book since Kate's left it.
Yes, Barry. She is in Marvel Rivals, the video game. Good call, buddy.
Who is?
Sue Storm. Invisible.
Oh. Is she a fun character to play?
I haven't tried her out yet, actually. She seems popular, though.
I've been thinking about doing this video game thing you kids are doing.
Are you serious?
I was thinking about it, and I see the price of all the hardware. Like, holy shit, are you kidding me?
Well, you can get Marvel Rivals on the computer. I don't know how good your computer is, though.
Oh, it probably couldn't handle it. It can barely handle StreamYard. The device is like, what's the one that Comic Tom was giving away? The little handheld device. What do they call those?
Switch, maybe?
Switch. Yeah, Switch. He was giving away. And like weird, like different companies make switches. It was kind of the wild west.
Only Nintendo's make switches.
It was a different one. Name another one.
I don't know another one.
You don't what? You don't know another one? Chat, anybody know what the little devices are that you play games? Perry's laughing at me.
Game Boy?
No, not a Game Boy. They still make Game Boys? No way.
No, they just have the old ones.
Oh, well, no. This is definitely a new thing. Because the device costs like about $500, and it's like you can get some for like $3 or something, maybe.
Everybody's saying the Switch.
Steam Deck. Thank you, Perry. Steam Deck. Like, what the fuck is a Steam Deck? And he was giving away this really fancy pants one that was like, an albino Steam Deck, and it's like, of course, because Tom's such a baller. And I was like, I was looking at it. It was like $1,000. Like, man, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I can't afford that. Just so I could waste more of my time. It would be fun, but I'm never gonna get. Think I don't get shit done now? Wait till I start playing video games. I'm just gonna start like sitting in a bed wearing a diaper.
Grant. Well, get a PlayStation 5 for Grand Theft Auto 6. It's going to be an epic worldwide event when that game drops.
Yeah. What I like about the Steam Deck, though, Perry, is that I don't have to get a PC because first of all, games are not made for Macs. Games are made for for Microsoft computers. So I would have to get something, either get a Microsoft computer or get something like a Steam Deck or a Switch. I kind of like the concept of the Steam Deck, so maybe I don't know. I don't know. I might do something. It's kind of a tempting siren, telling me to you want to play this, don't you? You love comic books. Yes. Come over here and play this game. Yes. Just live off of IV fluids and and wear a fucking Depends or something like that. Never have to leave the bed. Yes. What happened to Lorenzo? I don't know. I ain't seen that motherfucker in months. All right, Batman Full Moon's coming to an end. Number 4. I think I'm going to just catch up on that. I read number 1. It was pretty damn good from our guy, my guy, Rodney Barnes. I'll probably just let that drop and then read all the next 3 back to back. Nice House by the Sea, number 6. I wonder if a break in the action is coming from that. You know, this will probably do
probably
halfway
probably.
through. Yeah. He's probably going to, maybe he'll start doing something else, you know, while that's on hiatus. How's that Scarlet Witch doing for you?
I'm still working on catching up on this volume. The last volume was okay. But like I said last time, she's just too OP. She's overpowered.
Oh, really? This has got to be a Dodderman cover. I can just tell that style. I can see his, yep, he is right there. Yeah, Russell Dodderman. You can tell that style. That guy's got a great style. Corin Howell. Ow! Okay.
Love me some Scarlet. She's mommy.
And not mommy dearest. All right.
Yeah, she's all over my wall in here. She's there, the statue right there, the Jenny Frizen right there.
Oh man, Perry just loving it. Yeah, I mean, your girl is gonna get jealous, you know, of Erica. She's gonna like, what's that Huzzy's picture doing on your wall? How dare you?
Oh, there's more Ericas, trust me.
Oh yeah. You're your side girl. Erica's your main squeeze. All right. Back to the grind. Spider-Gwen and Spider-Gwen, the Ghost Spider is still going. Okay, so maybe there's some teeth to that or some legs to that, or both. High Street number 4. It's been a little late coming out sometimes, I've noticed. But I'm still down with it because it's a really good book. Kind of this weird Twilight Zone like aspect of an anthology book. It's kind of an anthology book, but it exists in its own universe, but it's still in the Ghost World universe. Walking Dead Deluxe. Doctor Strange of Asgard, no. I'm just not going to because you know.
Yeah, you're gonna get a number 1.
No,
you can't resist.
No.
Look at the covers. You're gonna find a cover you need.
He's not my Doctor Strange. All right, fine. All right.
Well, you know, I didn't see this cover. I guess I will get it.
Oh God, I tell you,
You're despicable.
What else we got here? All right, okay, there are some covers. All right, so who is this? America's Sweetheart.
Crane, Mr. Steal Your Girl.
I stole your girl. Stole your girl. I'm just still together. Those kind of things never last. You know, it's all about lust, you know.
Perry's all about Marvel Rivals.
Apparently. I want to join the fun. I want to know about Marvel Rivals. I want to play a character. I want to be Jeff the Land Shark.
His name is Jeff.
David Marquez. What else? Not a whole. I take it back. NetEase Games Marvel Rival variant. You could be Doctor Strange on there. On why wouldn't you be? Okay. On Marvel Rivals. Oh gosh. And of course, there's the 1 in 10. This is the one I'm most likely to pick up because it'll probably be discounted at my comic shop. It's less than cover price. Be hard for you to turn down of the design variant. You know my weaknesses.
You're gonna get one copy, at least one copy of this book.
If I get one, it'll be this one because I like the 1 in 10 design variants. That's my thing. Stephanie Hans, 125. Stephanie Hans stuff is good too. What's up with that outfit though? He looks like a pimp. Doctor Strange. That's not you, Doc.
No idea.
Oh, this is the same as Clayton Craneland without the trade dress. So not a whole lot of good covers. So I might not get it unless I see that 1 in 10 available. Mark my words. Just to prove you wrong, Marcus. All right, Space Ghost number 10 coming out. Good stuff, as we talked about just a minute ago. Thundercats. Somebody must be buying Thundercats because it's at number 13. It's This one is interesting. Secret Six. You ever see the original DC Universe Secret Six? I used to have that book.
No, I don't. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's early 60s. I forget. And it's really kind of a nothing book. You know, I mean, it's worth a little bit because it's Silver Age and DC and all that. But this is like to do with absolute power. Another Amanda Waller. She's involved with everything. She's like the Nick Fury.
Amanda Waller pulling the strings.
That's right. Damn you, Amanda Waller. He's Nick Fury. He's DC Nick Fury. Secret Six, Brad Walker variant. It's a secret. I get it. I like that. Secret Six. Don't tell nobody. Oh, who's this? Leslie Leroux Lee. Okay. And of course, Ariel Olivetti, the foil version. Imagine this as a foil look a lot better. Imagine this, if you will. And this is Pico Ossio, all in foil. They got the foils coming. White doesn't look as good with the foil. Maybe it's going to be silver rather than white because it look kind of weird if it was, opaque white and also shiny. And Sweeney Boo, which I got love for Sweeney Boo, 1 in 25. But the question is anybody going to buy this book after all that?
I thought about it, but I don't think so.
Yeah. Won't be a game time decision?
Yeah, I think it's a no.
That's a hard no. Jedi Knights, huh? Let me see Jedi Knights. Yeah. Marvel, number 1. Take a peek. Got nothing else to do. First issue in the prequel era. It begins here. Marvel's first series focusing on the Guardians of Peace and Justice in the Galaxy, the Jedi Knights.
Can't see it.
Oh. Well, look harder. Here it is right here. First issue in the prequel era. It begins here. Marvel's first series focusing on the Guardians of Peace and Justice in the Galaxy, the Jedi Knights. Featuring your favorite Jedis or Jedi like Qui-Gon, am I saying that right? Qui-Gon Jinn, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Yoda, of course.
It's Qui-Gon.
Qui-Gon. Q. You can tell I'm a hardcore Star Wars person. Mace Windu, I know him. He's a brother. Alongside brand new Jedi, sure to become fan favorites, and who is a mysterious new villain targeting, what's the name again?
Qui-Gon.
Qui-Gon. It's right, just like it's spelled, Qui-Gon.
Qui-Gon Jinn? Qui-Gon Jinn.
That's right. We gone Jinn. We all gone Jinn. All God's children going Jinn. All right. This is kind of an interesting, like, tin can cover here. It's all right. Let's close the lid. Ramon Rosana's foil variant. That would be nice on the foil. I'm sure they got tons of foil covers. Tar and Clark lightsaber variant. Yasmin Putri. This is Ahsoka. I know her. That was a good series. I mean, that wasn't too woke for everybody, was it? That was all right. I thought the Ahsoka series was pretty good. All right, and the Jedi Knights. The Jedi Knights, which one is this? 1 in 25, Greg Land, Jedi Knights, over 25 with gosh, all the cast up there, like all the greats. He was a guy with a real big head, though. Not Mace Windu, but the one next to him. Yeah, like a 4. He has a 16 head. Multiple of 4. Wow. Okay. Well, Star Wars spec is not dead. I still got a box of Star Wars books. I'm just waiting for them, Alice. Waiting for them to blow up. One of these days, they're gonna blow up. All right. So asked and answered. The Jedi Knights. I hope that this is your question, my friend. Coming on down the list here, there's Ultra Mega that we talked about earlier. I think this is finally the one in that second arc. We're going 4-issue arcs. This is James Herron. Real quick to James Herron. I love his art. He did that variant of Transformers number 13, I want to say.
It's crazy we're only on issue 8. This came out in like March of 2021, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can't believe.
Well, he
8
took
issues in 4 years, 2 issues a year.
Well, he took a long break after number 4. So that was probably a year break at least between I thought that was the end of the series, the end of all, but I guess he picked right up a number 4. They've been coming out with 5, 6, and 7 came out fairly regularly, but 8's been a minute coming out. 8's been a while. This might be the end of that, not the series, definitely. Not a lot of covers either. He's a man of few covers, but he's got awesome art though. I love James Herron's art. They used to have down at the bottom here, they would have saying that these last 2 issues would be good. Yeah. Keeps getting pushed back. Why? I don't know, man. I don't know. All right. Let's hope that it all comes out in the wash. Web of Spider-Verse New Blood. No, just stop. Stop it already. There's enough spider creatures and villains and heroes and everything. Just make it stop. Please.
You say that, then it shoots to the top.
I know. See, if I look at the covers, then I'm gonna be hooked. I'm just like, nope, I'm not gonna do it. Not gonna look at the covers. Salmon Twitch is very good. Salmon Twitch case file still going at number 11 and only $2.99. That's something I highly recommend. As well as Cruel Kingdom, which is like the new EC from Oni Press. And this is like the fantasy version. They have the horror, they have the sci-fi, and this is the fantasy book. And the Tin Can Society, which I've spoken about ad nauseum before. If you know me, you know I love the Tin Can Society. Also from Rick Remender's Giant Generator imprint. Making so many good things. So many good things. I can't even name them all. I can try. Grommets, for instance. Life number 4, the Missionary number 2. I'm just now getting to the Missionary number 2. That's interesting. I might be able to catch up on that one. Who knows? Herculoids. Yep, Perry. Who thought that wasn't Perry? That was someone else that asked about the Herculoids. Yeah, the Herculoids are coming. They'll be here one of these days. As well, this Vampirella number 675, which I'm kind of looking forward to as well, just for the cover of Jenny Frison, which is the one they're featuring right there. You know, Wind. Are you putting this last?
Yes.
Well, I for some reason I don't think I dropped it, but for some reason I'm not getting it in my pull list anymore, and I haven't really complained about it because I still got at least one series to catch up on from the previous. But I want to have closure at some point of all the Wynn books, because Wynn, I think, will be a thing someday. You know, it's one of those things we always say is it's going to be a thing. The James T. book is really overlooked. All right, Mothra, Queen of the Monsters. Just a quick look-see from IDW. Any love for these books, actually? This is Sophie Campbell. Oh. No, not really. Mothra.
IDW still making books.
Yes. I love James Sharon's art, man. Who's on? God. Oh gosh. IDW is making a lot of stuff they have is like properties, licensed properties, which is fine. You know, it wouldn't, you know, be licensed if people weren't buying them. That makes sense. Something like that. It's another it's a kaiju thing though. Mothra, I don't know. You know, Mothra to me is like a foe of Godzilla or of King Ghidorah or somebody like that. You know, I don't know if Mothra can carry a whole book. That's just me, but you know, to each their own. All right, enough of that. You know, normally around this time, we would be doing the penultimate book, but this is one of those cases where rarely, you know, it's only happened twice, I think, since the penultimate book has been a thing, that nothing has just struck me as worthy, and so you know, it's one of those weeks where my favorite, if not your favorite, character actor has made an appearance.
There he is.
There he is. Your immortal Slim Pickens. You will never die as long as I have as long as I have something to say about it. You will live forever. Yeah, I know he's penultimate fail. I'm sorry, Damien, but you know, there was some that came close, but I just did not. You know, I just can't lower the standards. You know, and this is one of them right here. But this already had this is one of my favorites before. I just couldn't do it. As Monkey Meat. Monkey Meat. And some of that 6 or 8 cans of that French fried potatoes and some monkey meat. Yeah. Yep. Monkey Meat. Share this tab instead. The Summer Batch. It's my guy Junie Ba. It's another 5-issue series of that crazy corporate company that's grinding up monkeys and putting them in the cans. Only got one cover because that's all you need. So glad this is back. Hey, that must be me writing that. The first series is fantastic. One of the best of 2022. I can't believe it's been that long. Me neither. And he wrote and drew, I want to say, Boy Wonder, or maybe he just wrote Boy Wonder, the limited series about Damien. Did you catch that?
I did not, no.
Well, he did. It's a fact. And Monkey Meat and Monkey Meat by gum is making a return. And and he will be back. I can't wait, to be honest. TBH. So that being said, oh yeah, this was kind of a thing, but this is like a really niche thing here. And I couldn't find anything about this as far as the name of the band, other than the name of the band, which is called Ghost. Anyone know? Let me share this tab. Anyone know anything about the band Ghost? Because this is Sister Imperator. is apparently a big deal with the fans of this band. It's written by Karina Becco, excuse me, and Tobias Forge is also a writer, and Puste or Pust is an artist on this. It's only got the one page, but people are like ecstatic. Like, I refuse to be normal about this. My levels of hype are over the moon. It's like 6 likes for that person. So like, man, so somebody is up on this band, and they know that, and I bet that the band, the people who love the band are probably not super into comics maybe, but they'll probably just buy this because it, completes, I guess, it's a little bit of swag that promotes the band. So I've never heard of the band Ghost, but this is the thing. That's all I have to say about that. Valiant Beyond Bloodshot. This is like from Alien Books. Once again, I don't think it was penultimate worthy, but here it is. If I can get my computer to stop spinning. I could never play video games on this thing, man. It's ancient. Yeah, it's from the original Jim Shooter, I guess, universe of Valiant. Mauro Mantella and Fernandez Hines, whatever his name is there, is writing this, but it's pretty much the same Bloodshot character on Valiant. There you go.
Yeah, I never got into that guy. I don't know anything about him.
Jim Shooter? Or that character?
Or Bloodshot, yeah.
Bloodshot. Yes, it's just the color of my eyes. That's all I know about Bloodshot. All right. We're gonna quit fucking around and get down to the end. There's no penultimate book, so I'm just yanking everybody's chain here. The Blade Forger thing. This is technically the penultimate book because one more after this one. So this would have been, and this is a team I think you may recognize. Remember We Live? Not They Live, but We Live.
Oh yeah, the brothers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is the
Miranda brothers, yeah.
Yeah. Ray Miranda and Inaki Miranda. And Eva de la Cruz, I think, was also the artist on that series. That was such a good original series. And I was so excited about it. And then they came out with the follow-up series like a year or so, a few months later, and it just didn't have it. It was well drawn and everything. I mean, the art was great, and the story was, I don't know, I don't remember much about that story at all, other than it was kind of confusing because they had like maybe 2 different covers for the first issue. Not just covers, but like the interiors were different somehow. You remember that? There's some kind of a weird thing about the first issue, and that may have turned people off. It kind of turned me off because I got kind of lost after that, and it wasn't the same as the first issue, which was the first series, was kind of like these kids are trying to get away from this oppressive planet, and people are dying on the way. They got to get to this rocket that's going to be leaving at a certain time, and they can't be late. It was like a whole thing, and there's a big reveal at the end. That was an awesome series, and then it just kind of like petered out after that. It's kind of sad, very sad. Yeah. So this is about the discovery of Corum, a never-before-seen energy source led to a bloody world war for its control. And after years of constant death and destruction, the lords of the lands agreed to stop the fight and negotiate an agreement. The Blade Fortress Treaty was born from that meeting. This treaty established that the centralization of the Corum exploitation would be done through one central government led by a neutral emperor. The emperor would have to be a blade forger, a mystical swordsman, if you will, and defend the title in this tournament called the Tournament of the 5 Rings. Every 5 years, blade forgers from every corner of the empire would fight for the possibility of becoming the new emperor. I think that's what they should do for like the world leader here. It's just put everybody in like a big ring. Trump and Putin and Xing and all those fuckers. Those fuckers would never fight their own battles, though. They would send other people to fight them. But that'd be the only fair way to do it. And I question the fact, I mean, the use of this cover here with the hero facing the other way. What's that about? What's the deal with that? What is the deal with that? I have no words. So this is off to a great start. Yeah. All right. I won't put you through any more pain. Oh, the pain, as Dr. Smith would say, Lost in Space. The last book, the final book, is going to be our guy, if not your guy, Damian Connolly from Sumerian. If not your favorite, your favorite publisher, I don't know who is. All right, and it's a very short summary here. It's a one shot. My favorite thing, as you know. I don't know if I mentioned that I love one shots. I did not mean to. This one shot serves as an introduction to his brand new twisted horror world. Who the fuck is his? They didn't mention like who his is. I mean, if I didn't know it already, I wouldn't know. 3 stories that mix violence, terror, sex, suspense, and drama with ghosts, cats, and weird cosmic creatures. I don't know if those things go together. But this is what you're going to get in my man Damian's book here. So we only go out when it gets dark, coming from Sumerian Comics, which is a heavy music producer, but they haven't been cranking out the comics like like they used to. Yeah, I think that would be good. Well, in that case, we'd be screwed. We'd be screwed, tattooed. All right. So that's all, folks. I mean, I'm so disappointed. I'm so disappointed that I couldn't find a penultimate book, and I let everyone down. I'm just, I don't know. Please forgive me. I don't know. I don't know what to say.
It is what it is, right?
It is what it is.
Can't make.
Yep. So, all right. What's that, Space Case? The preview for a new Tynion book? Not this week, I don't think.
I'll have to look that up.
I don't know. He's got another one besides Let This One Be a Devil. That's what it is. Yeah, it is what it is. That's the problem with what it is, because it is. All right. Well, hey, thanks for everyone stopping by. I'm sorry to let you all down, but I appreciate you who are stopping by and who stopped by for a minute and who stuck around till the end and who are watching on the replay. God bless you for watching on the replay. And tell us what you're going to be up to next week, son, or the upcoming days.
Same thing as always, Monday nights with JP's Budget Collecting for Cash or Trash. Tuesday nights on my channel, Circumstances, FOC, and Chill. And then back here next week, same bat time, same bat channel.
Yes, and thank you for doing that, son. I appreciate you. All right, so I'll just mosey on back to my hovel and try to learn how to play video games on my computer. So until then, folks, thanks for stopping by. And God willing, and the creek don't rise, as I always say, we'll be here again to do it next week. So peace and love, and peace and love.
Denver! City by the Bay! John Denver!
Was the fire really necessary?
Ask them.